Hey, what's going on, yo? It's 7:19 in the evening. I just want to talk to you for a minute. What's up, yo? Oh, shit, look at this. Nah, I'm seeing in the dark for real. How the fuck is that happening? Damn, I didn't admit shit. Damn, where am I at? Hold on. How am I getting this light? Blinds are closed. See, blinds are closed. Oh, I'm tripping. That's coming from the damn camera. Shit. Damn, I was like, damn, I done went through something else. Listen. What's up, yo? Um, hey, listen. Sometimes I receive things, and I want to share it. I be wanting to share some. You just imagine the things you can't even imagine. The heck with it, you couldn't imagine. But just try to imagine. You want to talk to people about certain things. You see certain things, but something happened to you in the past that made you a believer in something. You see, and people want me to open my mouth and talk about this breath. You see that I experienced, and I know that I'm alive in it. You see, and it's hard for me a little bit to it's hard for me to talk about it because it don't fit certain things out here. But the people talk about these things, but it's scripted. And I don't take nothing away from what the people read that's scripted. You see, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just trying to figure out what is God to people. You see, what is God to people for real? You see, how powerful is God? What type of energy is this? You see, well, how because everybody know God from Genesis to Revelations. From Genesis to Revelations, they know the Most High or the highest. I think it's the highest, but outside of the text, there's things that exist. There's things that you can't see that's in the unseen that actually exists. You know, like when you walk on grass, the grass is vibrating real fast. You see, the trees is vibrating fast. You see, the insects, they know how to float and land on this vibration. You see what I'm saying? They know how to stable themselves on this vibration, and it does something to them. You see, it does something to them. You see, within the codes of their bio. You see, I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand the God that the people are believing in. You see? Because we tend, when we come into ourselves and we know who we are, but if it's not coming from a book or a text, you see, we get downcast. You see, we made it out of so many horrible things in our life. You see, and then you can't even explain it. You done met things that just messed up your whole mind state. You see, and you have memories of these things that you met. You see, that you could call beings. You see, and you don't want to open your mouth and say nothing. You see, but you just so you hurting inside because of these encounters when you was a child, all the way up to you when you were an adult. You see, you have these things talking to you, walking with you. You can feel the presence of these things walking with you, but you just don't want to, like right now, they're around my being right. I said they around my being right now. You see, allowing me to talk and speak something to the people in my voice, the way I was taught how to talk through my experiences, not from no education, not from no school, through my pain. You see, these are the things, these are the bodies that I done gathered for over 52 years. You see, because 5 of those years, 5, what? Yeah, let's just say, let me see. Yeah, because 6 years old, I was looking at the rabbit in the sky. That's all I used to see is a rabbit in the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, or the Big Bear and the Little Bear. You see, that's all I used to remember is the rabbit, or they call it the hare. And I didn't know nothing about the hare until year 2021. I was 34 years old when I understood about the hare. You see, when I knew that this is the whole body that the powers of this world getting their energy from. You see, and you know everything about the bear because of these beings. You see, but you can't talk about it because you're low and you don't have no literature on it. It was just for you. And no matter what you say or try to talk about it or try to explain it, if it's not on paper, you see, something is wrong with him or her. You see? Because I know there's many more people out here in the world. But what I'm trying to say to you is, when you have this, I want to call it a gift or some type of sensory perception that has a little bit of extra in it or have a little bit more ingredients in it, you see, than most people. But it's not the kind of what you call intelligence that will fit in the world, that will make me somebody that will stand out in the world. Just me being myself and the way I am, I stand out. You see, you know, at a point to where they'll say, oh, he's showing off, or he's thinking that he's this. This shit is happening in this day and time, in my adult age. No matter what I do, how I go, I can walk into Kroger's right now with a video camera attached to me, you see, and just how people react towards me, you see, but I can't see what the people see. You see, I can't see what the people see. I can't hear what the people hear. I can only feel the things that's coming out of me. You see, I don't know the effect that I'm having because they won't say nothing. They only looking. Who is he? Why he talk? He talking funny. Why he talking like that? He talking like he's on the radio, or he talking like he's a rapper, or he sounding like this, or that's not even his real voice. And then I go like this. Or then I go high. Or then I just, oh man, I just talk like this and I talk like that. Let me tell you something. Listen, I don't give a darn if I move an eyebrow. Somebody gonna say that's how the devil did it. You see, if I show people certain things and I'm showing them how certain things are, that was going on in my life and all these battles, the first thing they'll do is say, brother, you need to heal. You'll say, take your time and relax a little bit. Say take some time off from Facebook or YouTube and just heal. And you're looking at them, heal from what? You trying to figure out what you're trying to be healed from. Because everything you're doing, you already, listen, before your actions, you was already healed, goddammit. And I don't know how that worked either. But before the actions that I took worldly, in my worldly journey, you see, I was already healed. I'm just walking into what I already walked into. You see, if that makes any sense. I already done it. You see, I already done it. Even when I shattered my femur and broke my radius, you see, all these things already done happened. You see, I just had to catch up to the pain, you see, and catch up to the worldly experiences. How does that work? You see, I'm trying to understand what it is. You see, here's a person, he knows what he been through. He done something and put it in the atmosphere. You see? So all these things can remember. You see? All these minds can remember it. You see? As it happens to them and those whom they love. You see? So when people say, when they use that word heal, what do it mean? What do it mean? I'm just one being. But you got a multitude of people. A multitude of people. You see? It's in this same cesspool. You see? That's in this same infected body. You see, learning something in hell. You see, on how to get out of it. But you can't say nothing. You got to work on yourself because you hollering out. You having trauma. People can hear your trauma. You screaming out into the world. You're just talking. You're running your mouth. You ain't saying nothing. Nobody understands what you're saying. No. They do understand what I'm saying because this is not you that you're seeing. See? You seeing something that's just making you feel a certain type of way. And then you pull out the definitions on what you probably didn't read on in your books or from schools, or somebody describing something on television. You see? But I already saw myself doing this. You see? I already saw myself. You see, I saw myself on this big ass cliff hollering up to the world when I was younger. You see? And it was an echo. Well, it wasn't a cliff. It was just where the bulldozer, or we call it the green machine. When in Cincinnati, Ohio, we lived right by a garbage dump, a dump. You know what I'm saying? We call it the dump. You see, where the city dump all their shit at. Well, we lived right in that area. Well, right there, we could just go out the house and run across the street and we'd be right there. Yeah, just full of trash and garbage and heat, dead bodies and shit. You see, but that's where we lived. You see, in Cincinnati, Ohio, on the hilltop, in the garden. Our street was called Summerhill Court. But the name of that community up on the hill was the garden. You see, you look down from the garden, you see all the other projects that stretches all the way out for miles. You see, but on that cliff, I used to just open my mouth and just scream. but I'm talking, but I'm screaming. I'm but not really screaming. I'm learning how Curtis Blow is breathing. You see what I'm saying? I'm learning how this guy named Bob Long that was on, on our radio station. I'm learning how he was talking and shit. You see? So I'm using this. I'm comfortable with these things. You see? I'm comfortable with how they open their mouth and talk. You see? I'm comfortable with it. You see? I can hear my echo. You see? I'm screaming out into the world. You see? I don't mean no harm when I'm talking. You see? But these experiences of mine were way back in the 90s, partially 2000. So I ain't around nobody. This is what I keep telling people. Let me read my book to you. I don't know, I can't like say it the way other people, or write it down and things, because listen, if I had somebody that knew how to do that shit that was with me and know my journey and know all these type things and shit, she can help me write a book or something. I said she, she probably can help me write a book or however it may be. You see, I don't know, you see, but, that shit never happened. It probably never will, you see. You don't say the way people think of me, you see. But, or, I don't know. People don't know how to take me, you see. Only thing you got to do is just think about love. Just think about love and then see love in its balance. It's positive and it's negative. Love ain't just positive. Love is negative also. Ask your mama when she whooped your ass because you didn't do what you was told to do. Or your father when he told you to listen to your mama and you didn't, and you trying to talk back. You see? But it's love. You see? As if the Most High don't chastise you. You see? You think I broke you think these limbs and shit get cracked? You think all that head injury, all that type of stuff wasn't from the Most High? Yeah. You see, people talk about healing. I didn't learn how to go inside of my womb and speed up the process of healing for nothing. You see, I don't do what you people do out here. You see, but don't listen to me and thinking you knowing what you're seeing or because it's touching you in a certain way, because it's probably healing your ass and you really don't know it. You see, that's how certain things or vibrations work in a certain way, and these frequencies work. You don't even know you're being healed. You're just looking at it as a negative. But for some reason, that shit, what you're seeing, will keep popping up in your head. And even if it do touch you in a way, you ain't gonna say nothing to the person who gave it to you. You see, most people don't. Most people don't. But then you'll see them talking about something similar. You see, to what they experienced when they was watching you. You see. So-called make a fool of yourself. You see, that's what they say. I'm just trying to understand what people mean when they're talking about healing. You see, you can't heal me from a book. You can't heal me from a book. You have to know who I am and who guides me. You see, you got to literally talk to me. And I can tell you, but I know where I'm at in this world. I can't open my mouth and literally talk to you. You see, my God is sealed inside of me. It's not on the outside, inside of a text. So if it's not in the text, I have enemies in the multitudes. I have enemies in the millions because I'm not coming from the text. I am what I am. You know, and I can't deviate from what I am. I got righteousness over here. You see, and I got the will of my Father in that abomination over here. You see, that's what I have. I have both, niggas. You see, I come with two poles. You see, I come from a father and I come from a mother. You see, and I walk like that, and I talk like that, and I breathe like that, and I see like that. Well, internally, I see like that because I can't see shit with these, bifocals and shit. They work. They give me a little juice and shit, but damn. You see, I remember I made a video and I was asking somebody, do they know how to exercise? Do they know anything about, okay, put it like this. When people say healed, they talking about something else. But if you come up to me and tell me about healing, I would ask you healing in what? And then I'll probably say what I've been saying. But ask me something like, if you were to be healed, what would you want to be healed on you? If somebody came down and said they wanted to heal you, what would you want to be healed on you? The first thing I would say is my eyesight, because that's what it is. So when you talk about healing, I want my eyesight to be healed. You see, but I'm like this for a reason. You see, I know the reason, but I can't open my mouth and say it. You will have to be right next to me and I will talk to you about what I know. I'm not going to sell myself or put myself out into this thing. I'm going to put what the people love. Abomination, chaos, all this other type of shit. You got the peace over here. You got the chaos over here. Everybody making money on all this other type of shit. And those who can articulate the shit. You got the gods over here, the gods over there. So many religions over here, so many religions over there. All this goddamn confusion. And a tree only take one seed to plant, to let it set, and let it do what it do on remote. You see? And that's the same thing that happens when we come out of the mother's womb. You see? Our natural senses will tell us to wrap our mouth around that nipple when she pulled us up. You see, if the mother is not feeding the child rocket fluid and all this other type of poisons and shit, because she don't want to use her breasts that God created. Or maybe she got some pads in there or something. You see, I'm just talking to you, y'all. You see, I'm just talking to you. I'm just trying to talk to you because something is about to happen and it's going to affect you. It's going to be right in your face. It's going to affect you, and you ain't going to be able to hardly breathe when you find this out. You're not going to be able to. I mean, it's going to be so crushing to your heart. You see, because the person or the being or something, whatever it may be, you see, the world and the powers of the world are going to dig inside of something and then try to expose something to the world. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to be real. It's going to be true. You see, and it's going to pump fear in them. They're going to point to this thing. And with your idolatrous nature, you're going to be running right towards it. Because you believe that you're attached to it. But no! This thing is probably part human. It has feelings. It has emotions. Yeah, but in its development, you was like this at it. See, you was like that at it. You see? Burn in hell is what you say. And he's sitting down there in hell with shit. talking to his homies, talking to the people, talking to the elders and things, asking them something and shit. You, a couple of them asked, he's trying to give you a couple of dollars and shit. You didn't want to take it and all that type of shit. You see, yeah, man. One of the elders down there in hell with shit. He asked me. He said, "Man, listen. I got this $5 million for you. You want it? All you got to do is just get on that pulpit." Yeah, man. I experienced all that. You see? I'm not talking about the hell that you done seen on TV. I'm talking about something so damn diabolical that you couldn't even, it just break you out in all type of chills and things. Not because of what you think hell is. It's the things that you will be able to see, because you can see in this darkness and everything will be lit like it's daytime and shit, but it's actually darkness and you see these entities and shit, but you ain't flinching or nothing. You down there as if you've been down there before, but you seeing these little munchkin looking motherfuckers or these puppet looking motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Some of them look like animals, some of them look just all distorted and contorted and all this other type of shit. But they talking normal, they talking normal. Some of them cool, some of them professional, all this other type of shit. But they in hell. You see? See, they don't like when I open my mouth and I throw that out like that. It touches them, it scares them a little bit. You see? It's a new song. This vibrating out here in the atmosphere, you see, and I got the chords for the new song, you see, and other people have the chords to this new rhythm out here that you missed in 2015. You see, you're not ready for no real healing, because if you was ready for the real healing, you would have your armor on.